Hi everyone, my name is Keanu Gate, and I'm an intern at the Northern Nevada International Center. Today, this video is going to be about the 2021 Youth Leadership Program with Algeria, and it's going to be about the youth application process. And we're going to walk you through some of the details about how to apply and about next year's program. So let's get started. So as you may know already, the 2021 Youth Leadership Program with Algeria will be happening between June 11th and July 7th, 2021. It's going to be 4 weeks, all expenses paid, with collaboration with the State Department, with the United States State Department. During your time here in the United States, you'll be visiting Reno, Nevada, as well as Washington, D.C. You'll be able to work on leadership workshops. There'll be a ropes course, team building exercises, international meals and activities, as well as a project on personal development. And you'll be visiting Washington, D.C. for 4 days as well. And the application deadline is November 29th, 2020 at midnight, Algerian time. I know that that application deadline is coming up fast, and so this video is going to show you how to apply and the steps that you need to take. Here as well as are the eligibility criteria, and we'll go over those in more detail here pretty soon. So the application link to apply is at, you can find it in multiple places. The first is at www.linktree/NNIC Reno. So if you just type this into your web browser, you'll get this page and that'll pop up to your screen. You'll click on the 2021 Algerian Youth Leadership Program, and then that'll take you to the Northern Nevada International Center's website. You can also type this into your browser, www.unr.edu/NNIC/programs/Algeria Youth Leadership Program. And that'll take you to the link to the application as well. So I'm going to talk about the eligibility criteria for youth applicants. This video is going to talk about the youth portion, not the adult portion. So to be eligible to apply, you have to be a legal citizen of Algeria and be 15, 16, or 17 years old on June 11, 2021. So this means that your birthday must fall between June 12th, 2003 and June 11th, 2006. So if you're younger or older than this, if you're younger than 15 or older than 17 on June 11, 2021, then you're not eligible to apply for this program, unfortunately. Additionally, you have to have at least 1 year of high school remaining after the program. So if you're graduated by June 11, 2021, then you're not eligible for the program either. Additionally, you have to demonstrate sufficient English skills and be able to have academic and social interactions. You'll have demonstrated leadership in your school or in your communities in Algeria, and you have an interest in social entrepreneurship, leadership, product development, and you're able to participate actively in all academic classes here in the US. And you'll have to obtain permission from your parents or legal guardian, and we'll go over that in more detail. And you have no relation to the Northern Nevada International Center or Bénévoles pour la Citoyenneté et le Développement, or the US State Department. To apply as a youth participant, on the website, you're going to click here, apply as a youth participant, and then this will bring you to more of the program description. Please make sure to read through all the details before you submit your application. So now we're going to go over the application instructions. So the application consists of 2 parts. the first part is the online written application, which is due by 11:59 on November 29, 2020, Algerian time. So any late or incomplete applications will not be looked at and will be considered invalid. So it's very important that you get your application submitted before the deadline. So again, the application is in two parts. The first part is the online written application, and then the next part is the video interview. If you complete your written application and you move forward for the video interview, you'll receive a link to do the video interview, and the time to submit the video portion of your application is between December 4 and December 13. So, but about the first part of the online written application are the letters of recommendation. And this is a very important part. You have to have 2 typed and hand-signed letters of recommendation in English. So if you click on this link here, it'll take you to the letter of recommendation template. So you're going to type your name here, and you're going to email this to a reference who will refer you to the Algerian Youth Leadership Program. All the answers have to be filled out in English by the person who's going to recommend you. So if it's typed in any other language other than English, it will not be considered valid. So please make sure that it's typed in English, and your reference will have to hand sign this page. So they will have to print it out and hand sign it, scan it, and then send you a copy so that you can upload it to your application. A person who can reference you can be a teacher, a mentor, a coach, someone from an association that you're involved in, or any clubs that you're involved in. It cannot be a relative, friend, or parent. So please make sure you don't send this to someone who's a friend, relative, or parent. And again, you're going to do this twice. So you're going to have to send a letter of recommendation to two recommenders, to 2 people who are going to recommend you for the program. Please don't upload 2 of the same letters of recommendation to your application. And the next part is the signature page. This also is very important. So if you click on the participant signature page, you will have to type your name here, and then you have to hand sign your name and date it. And as well, for any of the signatures, you do not need to have a stamp, but it must be hand signed. And then you're going to give this to your parent, your father or guardian, and have them hand sign this as well. And by signing this, you are certifying that all of the information on your application is true and correct. And if it's not, if any of the information on your application is found to be incorrect or false or not true, you will not be eligible for this program or any other program with the Department of State or the U.S. Embassy in the future. So please do not put any false information onto your application. So we're going to go back. So once you've obtained your letters of recommendation and your signature page, you're going to click on this link here, and it'll take you to the application. There's no way to save this application, so make sure you have all the information ready and you complete it in one sitting. You're going to scroll down all the way to the essay questions. You can copy and paste these questions into a separate document, and then when you're ready, you can paste your answers to these questions so that you're not typing within this box. It's best to just have a separate document for these questions so that you can just paste your answers. Also, make sure that your answers to these essay questions are thoughtful, as a big portion of the decision-making process for applicants are these essay questions. So make sure they are complete and well thought out. So at the top here, you're going to fill in your personal information. For the email address, this is very important. Please make sure that the email address is yours, and you'll have access to this email address throughout the duration of the program. So do not put in your parents or your friends or your teacher's email address. Make sure that it's your email address and you'll have access to it. And make sure it's typed correctly. If your email address is not typed correctly, you won't receive any communications from us regarding your application. So please make sure that it's typed out correctly. If you don't have an email address, you can create a Gmail on Google or a Yahoo Mail or a Hotmail. These are all free email servers. You're going to input your birth date, gender, phone number, more personal information. And then you're going to input information about your family. And then about your education. So here's another important thing. Please make sure that you obtain a phone number or email address from your school. So that can be your headmaster's email address or the school secretary. If you have to contact your school and have them give you the contact information, please make sure to do so before you submit the application, as this is a required portion, and we'll need to be able to contact your school. Another major question we get asked all the time is, if you can apply without a passport? And the answer is yes, you can apply if you don't have a passport yet. If you are selected for the program, well, you'll have to obtain a passport, but to apply for the program, you do not need to have a passport. So you can just say no if you don't have a passport and leave these portions blank. If you do have a passport, then great, you're already a step ahead, and yeah. And then these are the essay questions. Again, make sure to copy the questions into a separate document, and then just paste your answers when you're filling out the application form, and make sure they are well thought out and complete to the best of your ability. And then here is the uploading section for your letters of recommendation and your signature page that you and your guardian signed. So for the letter of recommendation, you have two letters of recommendation, and you're going to upload one here and one here. So you're going to choose choose a file. You have one letter of recommendation here. You're going to choose file. Make sure that it's your first letter of recommendation and that it's typed in English by the person who recommended you and hand signed by the person who recommended you. And then for letter of recommendation 2, you have your second letter of recommendation from the other person who recommended you. And again, that's typed in English and hand signed by your recommender. Make sure it's the entire file. If it's two separate, if you have two of the same file or any of the pages are missing, your application will not be considered valid. So please make sure to upload the entire file in each section. And then here for the signature page, again, that you hand signed and that your father or legal guardian hand signed. And then you're going to upload it here. So signature page, and make sure that it's the entire file and it's complete. And then you're going to submit the form. So once again, any applications that are not complete or submitted late will not be accepted. So please make sure to get your application in by the deadline of November 29th, 2020. If you have any questions, please make sure to visit our frequently asked questions page before you send us an email. And you can find the frequently asked questions right here under Youth Leadership Program with Algeria. Hit frequently asked questions and make sure to review these questions before you email us. If you don't find your question or if we didn't answer your question, then you can send us an email at aylpyouth@nnic.org, and make sure in the subject line you have a clear subject, and then in the body of the email you submit your question in English, and make sure you have your first and last name there so that we know who's contacting us, and so that we can look at your application. If you're wondering about your application status, please do not email us before December 5th. We will email you about your application on December 4th. And if you don't hear from us by December 4th, then please send us an email. And please make sure to include your first and last name, but please do not email us about your application status before December 5th. So that's everything for this video. If you have any additional questions not concerning your application status, please make sure to review the frequently asked questions page, and we look forward to your application. Thank you.